Hello and welcome to the Connect Podcast, a podcast by the Holdridge Area Chamber of Commerce. My name is Adam Hernandez. I'm the host of the Connect Podcast, and I'm also the Communications and Events Coordinator here at the Holdridge Area Chamber of Commerce. Today's episode is an AI chat I did at one of our Level Up events here at the Chamber, where we talked about some ways you can use artificial intelligence to level up your business starting tomorrow. So really excited to share that with you. But before we get too deep into the podcast, I'd like to talk about our community calendar. We've got a lot going on this week, so make sure you head over to our website and check out the community calendar if you're interested in anything we talk about. We've got CCC is continuing their beginning Italian class up until the 20th of November. We've got the Thankful for Community open house at Turner Technology on Wednesday at 3. So if you don't have anything going on Wednesday evening, make sure you head over there. They're very excited to host the community. They've catered Hy-Vee, and it's really just an event centered around the community to show their appreciation. So very excited for that. Holiday open houses and retail stamping for Holdridge for the Holidays starts on Thursday, the 7th. So we're so excited to jump into the holiday season here in Holdridge. We are jumping into Winterfest and Holdridge for the Holidays very soon. So very excited to get those started, and those will continue until Sunday the 10th. We've got coffee convos with the Holdridge ambassadors over at Phelps County Community Foundation. So Friday morning, start your morning right with some conversation. That starts at 9:30. And then Saturday, a very special ribbon cutting for the Midtown Sculpture Garden here in Holdridge. So all of that is on our website. You can head over to holdridgechamber.com, click on our events tab, and look at the community calendar. Today's episode is focused all around AI, and I'm very excited to jump in. So let's get to it. Today, I want to focus on the top ways that I use AI in my business and ways that I think that most people could start using them in their business starting tomorrow. So before we start, a few things. I use one main program or model for AI. It's called ChatGPT. Really, there's a ton of AI tools out there. So what I teach you today can be used across the board on all of these tools. I personally focus and recommend ChatGPT. So they do have a free version. I pay for the paid version. It's like $20 a month. It pays for itself, and you'll see that by the end of here. I use AI every single day to enhance my communication. So a big way of this is email drafting. So you can literally generate an email from scratch, and it's with a few simple words. I need an email to send to this person focusing on this, and then it'll give you an email. And you can take that email and then edit it. I recommend editing. AI does a great job, but it's not you. So you take what AI gives you, you make it you, then you send it out. Improving readability and clarity. Quite often, especially social media marketers that want to make sure they reach their whole audience will have anything they put out readable at like a 5th grade reading level. And then optimizing your emails for tone and style to match brand voice. One of the things that I learned about when I first started was our branding. That came with a brand kit that focused on our brand voice both internally and externally. I was able to copy and paste that directly into ChatGPT and use it to make every social media post we put out, any email, match our voice. So it's an easy way to make sure that you're double checking everything that matches with your brand. And the last and most important part is grammatical accuracy. Another way that I see people using this that I hadn't seen before a couple of months ago is multilingual communication. So it's easy to think, Google Translate, you put what you're saying into the phone and then it comes out the other end. But translating business communications into multiple different languages, I actually know somebody that uses this to put up their post in English, and then they put the post up in Spanish right next to it. Not only does it ensure that it's accurate, but it's also culturally appropriate. So anyone that knows multiple languages, there's things in English that if you say them in Spanish, they do not mean the same thing, and vice versa. One of my favorite ways to utilize AI is content creation. So the first way everyone thinks about is social media graphics. You can use it to focus on your business. So for example, for a computer business, you can have AI make you something that looks like a computer that's never existed before, just to catch the attention of somebody that's on social media, something like that. And then copy, tailoring your copy to different platforms and trying to align it with your brand. So the best way to explain this is Facebook post versus a LinkedIn post or versus a Twitter post. It's gonna look a little different in the copy. So you can take something on Facebook that you really have pride in, and you can put it into AI and say, can you make this make sense for a LinkedIn audience? In a similar way, I do this at the chamber all the time. If I put up a social post that performed really well and I kind of want to double down on that, I can take that social post, put it into ChatGPT and do a couple of things. I can ask it why, which is really, really valuable. I can say, why do you think human behavior this made this perform so well? I can ask it to make a blog post from that Facebook post, focusing on the things that were important in the actual Facebook post. And then similar, you can make a series of social posts from one high performing post, and also optimizing content for your website. So if your website is, you're wanting to make sure it's easily searchable, you can make sure that ChatGPT or AI puts the keywords that people are searching in the copy on your website to make sure that people find you better if that's what you're doing. I use AI every single day as a virtual assistant. So summarizing those meetings after I take notes. But the important part of this is if you're in a meeting and somebody mentions July 29th and you forget to write down July 29th, AI is looking for those marks to be able to make sure you don't miss something. So I've had it to where I've left a meeting, I copy and paste all my meeting notes, or I go over the stuff that I've done and I missed something deep in the words. And using AI as a backup tool is a good way to make sure that you get everything in your meeting that you needed, highlighting important decisions and any deadlines that you've got. Also, it doesn't have bias or emotion. So we're not focusing on how a human will be insecure about certain things. It's just going to focus on the facts and what you ask it. And then generating project plans with timelines and milestones goes directly in with those meeting summarizations. Doing market research. Every single Friday, I schedule out my social media for the next week. That's a big part of my Fridays. And it's important for me to stay on top of industry trends, market trends, any kind of anything new that I might need to know before I start scheduling for the next week. So every Friday, I do what's called a platforms and culture review. And all that means is I ask AI to give me a real analysis based on the day that I ask it, what new trends, what new things are happening on social media and also in marketing. You guys could use this for your personal businesses by just asking what competitors in this area are doing. You can ask it by industry, you can ask it by size. That's the really cool part about AI is you can get really detailed and granular on what you ask and get a real answer back instead of, like I said, Googling something and having to do research in between. And then, like I said, data analysis, I very regularly copy and paste stuff into an AI model and just have it either summarize or review other data for analysis. The last way that I don't think people really think about when it comes to AI is training. So we've all had to create standard operating procedures on things like onboarding employees or customers, other tasks and systems, and then creating frequently asked questions. Your customers might not have asked you the frequently enough questions for you to know frequently asked questions just yet. So it's a really easy way to put those things up just based on, again, industry, size, and location. And one way I used AI before I started here at the Chamber, I was doing consulting for sales companies, and I would build sales scripts based on human psychology. So you can use what's important to you. So when I was selling, empathy was super important to me to make sure that what I'm selling or who I'm selling to was also winning just as much as I did. And this was an easy way for me to make sure that the language that I had was matching exactly what my goals were. And you can use data-driven insights to refine and improve those scripts. The number one thing to keep in mind when using an AI model is your prompt. So all a prompt is your input. So before AI gives you anything back, it's really important the information that you put in. There are a million acronyms that people use for different prompts. The easiest one for me to remember was chat. So it's very simple. Context, highlight, ask, and tone. So providing any necessary background information for setting the prompt, highlighting any key points that you want to focus on, stating exactly what you want the AI to put back, and then the tone that it's in. So a good example of this, if you were, let's say you're putting out a social post for a new water bottle for your eco-friendly business. So I need an educational social post for my eco-friendly water bottle. The highlight would be to highlight the bottle's sustainable materials, durability, and health benefits. Please write an engaging and informative Facebook post in an enthusiastic and eco-conscious tone. Let's try something here. I'm a social media manager for a local restaurant in a town of 5,500 people. I'd like to highlight the new chips and dip. They are spicy as they use ghost pepper in the dip. Please give us a California Surfer Dude social status. So, yo, Holdridge, guess what, bras and braettes? We just dropped the ultimate snack that'll make your taste buds catch some serious waves. Introducing our ghost pepper chips and dip, so spicy even the waves are jealous. Perfect for all you spice shredders out there who like to live life on the edge. One bite and you'll be riding the flavor wave straight to Flavor Town, dude. Come chill with us and test your spice game if you think you're up for the ride. Hashtag Spice Surfer, hashtag Ghost Pepper Wave.